Hello. Hello. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not ready to record just yet. It's 6:30. Still time to accidentally jerk off in the live stream. Oh, I should probably. Mac? Mac? Alright, let's see if you're okay. Kind of like being able to hear myself. I guess headphones are just going to go. You know, and I should just have it ready for headphones because... Hello, everybody. My name is Michael. This is a good start. I'm not done it. I'm not... I'm practicing what I want to say for this intro. We can get this no restraints thing ready, though, I suppose. That's something I can do. I don't know if I'm going to do this today or not. How long is this? Wow, I can fully hear my computer dying. Okay. Oh, I don't have a DVD player yet. Wait, I have no way to read DVDs on my computer? Is that for real right now? Has that been true? Huh. Alright. Do I have it? I don't think I even have DVD ripping software on this PC. That's how far out of trying to do reviews I've been. Oh, this is gonna be like a whole thing. Alright. You can get out of here. I'm gonna do this later. I didn't think I was gonna do that today anyway. I think the closest I could have gotten anything is maybe a right-wing media watch or something. But it's funny that Jake and them have started doing that shit too. Okay. I don't know. This is a hard one for me. I don't really remember what I said before. So I'm really worried that I'm going to be repeating myself a bunch. But, you know, when's that ever stopped me? I should do some social media real quick, and then we'll get started. All of you who aren't, none of you are there. This part, wherever this ends up, I mean, I don't think this is a real thing anymore. Like, yeah, I mean, this part, this will get eaten up in the YouTube urge. I need to go to Creator Studio, and I don't know why I didn't. I haven't done this in a while. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out, looking for mercy. Oh, I know why I couldn't get online. My name was wrong. I forgot I changed my name. Okay. Is there like a talk? We'll just go people and blogs. And then let's tweet this shit. Dreaming of Mercy Street, swear they moved that sign. Did I check to make sure this audio is working? Yeah, it's working. I actually didn't check to make sure it's working, but I can... Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay, cool. Let's put the record on. That's why the stream wasn't working on Twitch, because it was on Bunny, like it was spelled wrong. Hello! Why am I acting like this is going to be a whole, like I'm putting on a... Let's do this. Fuck. Stone Vlogs is dead. Long live Smoke and Madness. Which is, it's like the same thing, but... I'm going to put in clips of me playing video games. Yep, that's my innovation. There's nothing else I can do. I don't even... I don't even think that's a great alternative, but... Well, what other gimmicks are there? There's no gimmicks. I'm not good enough at games to make it the focus, and I'm not bad enough at games where I scream. It's called Smoke and Madness. It's new. This is what you're getting for a while. Here's the good part. I am going to try to review some things. The bad part is Phil is a far... I've got an idea, but I can't do it now. This is what I can do. This is really good. You're really selling this idea for everybody. Hear me out. I want this to be a live thing. I want to try to get guests. I want to slowly improve. And you can help with that on Patreon. Just toilet. There's a runny toilet. There's a link in the description or whatever. Hopefully. So, yeah, this was recorded live. I recorded this live onto YouTube. And this is... I've kind of tried to record a video like this. I've tried to record a video like this a bunch between crying about Juwario and all that nonsense and how Justin Carmichael's a scumbag piece of shit. And fast forward between some really horrible jobs that I just had in my personal life and then just some time to really chew on what's all been going on with YouTube and everything. Because I don't consider myself a YouTuber. I was on Blip. And when Blip went down, shows like mine had a hard time because I used a lot of copyrighted music. And then obviously clips. And I hear YouTube's getting harder on clips too. And I just don't... I know what I want the bunny perspective to become, and one day it'll become that. And we'll work, but until then, I need to practice that and work on making this something that's more reliable that you guys can count on. So I don't know if it's better to start backwards and go forward, and I don't know if it's better to start at the beginning or if it's better to start now and peel back, but. I could technically do both and then edit it, but I don't want to do that much editing. So hopefully these in the future will be more focused on something specific. This is more of I haven't really put a video together in a few months, and I'm going to put something together so that I prove to myself that I can put something together. So where are we now? So now... I have a job that I really like with a boss I like, and even though we don't agree with everything 100%, we do on the core fundamentals of what we're trying to do. We both agree on stuff, and it's really nice working with him. Like I really like my job. It's the first time I've ever liked a job like this since maybe like working at Hot Topic. But I can't say that I put as much effort into Hot Topic as I'm putting into this. So we'll see how it goes. It's new. Right now, it's just helping me get through with everything, and I need to start focusing on this stuff again because I don't know. I keep thinking that I have no relevant voice in all of this stuff. You know, I'm not trans. I'm just kind of bi, and I'm a polyamorous. I think we don't really talk about polyamory enough as a positive in the world. It's always deemed as this now that we're done, now that we fixed trans problems, now that we're getting more accepting, we need to be more accepting of people's beliefs and understanding about certain things. And, I mean, but that's neither here nor there. That's his own one of these things. What is your point, Michael? My point is I've been I found it in there. I knew I had something. And I didn't have anything. Oh my god. There's so little left. The things I do for you people. Anyway, hey, you guys seen Future Man? It's very good. I'm halfway through season 1. It's very good. I very much endorse it. It's a very good show. It's a very good show. Where was I? I knew it was in here somewhere. I found it. Ow, why did I do that? People know you're manly. All right, so I figured it out. And that's what this is really all about. So let's talk about everything, and I'll tell you what I figured out at the end. Just like a real YouTuber. You know what a real YouTuber does? Is they hem and hum around the point, and they never get to the point at the end, and then when they show you the thing, it always sucks. These fucking YouTubers, man. I actually have more opinions than I thought that I would have. But let's get to the meat of this, right? Let's get to the potatoes and steak of this. The bunny perspective is, I've grown out of the format 100% because everyone has. And you're like, well, you really haven't made anything in a while. And when you did make something, it was a Let's Play. And that was me experimenting. No one really glommed onto it. And then, I got a little momentum with this whole Juaria thing. And then I realized that the momentum isn't real momentum. Like, there's nothing really happening with that. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, so like, so the bunny perspective I've really outgrown, like conceptually. And it's not that I don't want to do puppet stuff anymore, but I just don't want to do this whole, like, go through a thing and nitpick it to death. Even though I would argue that the things that I really enjoyed nitpicking were things that were starting to become these really annoying trends in media that I noticed. And I don't think I noticed why I was noticing it, but now that I look back on it with the lenses I was looking at it, it's just that I'm getting so fucking like Glee was the thing I could easily fixate on, and people really glommed onto that, I think. And I could probably do a bunch more episodes on Glee to make up for things, but not as Phil. The reason I can't do things as Phil anymore is that's too detached. Right? Like, I get that this is like not, it's like fake personal for people. Like, ContraPoints looks into the camera and talks all about stuff, and even she admits that there's a persona there, like there's like a thing there. I don't want that, and Phil really is that. I don't mind Phil for that, and it's not that Phil's phony, because Phil's as real as anything else. It's just that I can't do it justice right now. I'd like to take this back. I probably should have started this whole thing like this. Like Dan Olson, it's not that, and again, I don't want to ditch the puppet, so I don't want people to panic. I just think I've always had a backup plan for Phil that has always been what I really wanted to do with it. And lately, I think it's more and more possible now. It's actually more what I could do now than anything else. But I don't know if anyone will be on board with it. I don't know if I can get anyone to talk to me, which is like part C of this whole thing. It's part of the revelation of all this, but we're going to get through this. So the problem with me trying to do the bunny perspective this whole time is I've been trying to do the bunny perspective. Like, I can't tell you how many Google Docs and Google folders where it's like the real new bunny perspective, the new bunny perspective, the new, and trying to do the bunny perspective and like just people not glomming onto the new puppet and everything. It was kind of just getting tiresome, and it felt really unrewarding because I really liked the new puppet design and everyone hated it. You know what I mean? It's just like, and here's the thing, by everyone, it's just like, it isn't anyone. You know what I mean? Like, most people do like it, but it's so easy to just to nitpick on your own failings. I have a good idea for the bunny perspective, and one day I will try to implement it when I think I can do it justice and make sure that it actually works. Until that day, I hope that this is going to be an interesting ride for us, because I have some things to talk about. And One of them is that the Enter the Spider-Verse is the greatest movie ever made by human beings. And you're like, is that your girlfriend's wallet? You're like, that's my wallet, motherfucker. Heather bought me that wallet, and I didn't mention that it's obviously a female, traditionally a female wallet, and she gives it to me, and I'm like, was and am currently stoked to own this wallet. The last wallet she got me was this wallet, right, which I used to oblivion. This wallet will become in a similar state. Yeah, it's because Spider-Gwen's my favorite, and the design of this wallet is so fucking cool that I don't care. A, and B, right, guy, if someone you are clearly a dude, and you pull out your maybe not so dude thing, you know, oh, was that a woman's wallet? And you're like, well, I own this wallet, and I'm a man, so this would be a man's wallet. So, you know, like, everyone gets this shit. This is shit that everyone gets. Speaking from a guy who paints his fingernails, and sometimes his eyes. You know, people just don't get it. I don't see painting your fingernails any color to be masculine or feminine. But then I don't know, man. Lately, androgyny. But anyway, these are all episodes for another day. Like, there's a full thing about how much Solo is the worst fucking garbage movie ever. But it's on Netflix, so I think I might watch it a second time and take notes and make it a whole stream. So, you know, I'm not doing these things. It's not that I don't want to do content like I used to do. I just want it to be naturalistic. I hated writing scripts. It's better if I kind of think of some jokes and write the jokes down so I can remember to say the jokes. But other than that, like, I don't want to be the nostalgia critic. I don't want to be anyone anymore. And I'll explain why now. Here's the why now. I'm not doing the title card thing. Get that out of here. I don't know how this is going to be put together, actually. I was supposed to put breaks for video games. Maybe I did that between things. I mean, I do break these up pretty good, I guess. Hey, so what's the point? What is going on? Why are you even making this? H-Bomber guy. You kids heard about this guy? Grandpa heard about him, and Grandpa went over there on his old YouTube, and he did a whole clickety-click, and he double-clicked, and then he said, oh, what's this? And I watched a bunch of his stuff, and it's very, very good. I watched a bunch of his stuff that fools all of those noble incel gamer fucks. Teaches all those scumbags about bad video games. And then he becomes... But he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, and he tore off his furry sheep fur costume, and under was a wolf fur costume. And he said, "Grr, I'm a filthy SJW, and and you hate me, I guess." I don't know. But he's cool. I like him. As a filthy SJW, because there's no other fucking good term for it. It's, yeah. But here's the thing. So I was watching the stream that just happened, that he made the money. And I'm great. That's awesome. It's really funny when assholes take a shit in the living room and somebody rubs their faces in that shit. That makes me a happy boy. I liked it. The only bummer for me is I hated how nearly involved I could have been. And that bums me the fuck out. That's narcissistic, I guess. I guess this is my confessional now. This smoking madness thing. Because I knew so many people. Dan Olson introduced that senator, and I was just like, nope, I have to turn this off. I didn't know, like, it's fine. Like, I am not unhappy for other people's success. That's not what this is. I just, it really made me think about how things went down and just how shitty it feels. And I thought I would just express that feeling to you, universe, and then you can just tell me how wrong I am. So this whole thing is, I don't want to talk about my work history. I do on a different video. I want to talk about working. I want to talk about working at thrift shops. I want to talk about working at Jimmy John's. I want to talk about working at as a pizza delivery guy. I got laid so much, you guys. All these bitches were like, oh, there's no sausage on this pizza. And then I was just like, ladies, I brought the sausage. Don't you worry. I didn't get laid a lot delivering pizzas. My car broke down a lot. I felt really pathetic a lot of the time. That was a good editing joke too, right? Did you catch that? That was a real, like, Jim Sterling type editing joke. I hate YouTube. I hate this. Why do I have to do this? Why is this the only way to communicate with people in a way? Like, can I go back to live streaming all the time? Listen, this is what I want. I don't want to do this. I just want people to come to a live stream where I, like, fuck around and I draw or I play video games or whatever, and then we talk and I talk to somebody, and me and that somebody talk, okay? So if you know somebody on Twitter that you want to talk to me, like, I don't know, whoever, I don't care, just bug them. I'll talk to almost anybody. I'm putting the horse before the cart. Okay. So, hey kids, Grandpa's gonna spark up the old time machine and we're gonna go back to 2009. Whoa! If I was really clever, I would change the lighting in here and put a tie on and a hat. But I'm not. I'm just gonna pretend it's 2009. Wow! In 2011, 2010, I was making the bunny perspective. Phil was white. That puppet is destroyed. Don't ask me about it. It got destroyed by my favorite dog, and I love the dog more than I care about the puppet, and the puppet died. Things happen. Not the yellow one. Everyone's favorite puppet is still back there. He's back there right now. Don't you fucking worry, you fucking cool. Stop being bitter. Okay. I'm making the bunny perspective. I build the puppets as prototypes. I'm working like 10 hours, every day. I was doing compositing for like 2D to 3D movies. I worked on Smurfs and all this dumb bullshit, which me and Leo have in common, this sci-fi guy. And humble brag. And so I'm making the bunny perspective. All these people are getting picked up on the website. I never get picked up. And in fact, everyone is dubious about me all the time. Like, they were making a Reviewtopia, and I don't know if it's because I live stream all the time and I just freeform talked and I would just say anything I thought about anything. And I thought it was so stupid that they didn't pick my show up like immediately. And it is. By the way, I don't waver on that point. The show I was making then was so much better than the shows they had on there. The problem I have is that I need engagement. I'm a fire. I need the oxygen and the wood to keep going. And if there's no interest, there's nothing to talk about, then there's nothing for me to fuel. But lately, the universe has been crazy, and I have had so much to say about it and no one to say it to. So while I was making the bunny perspective, this was also true, except people were showing up to my live stream. I'd have like 6 or 7 in the beginning, and then like more and more, and I was drawing ponies, and then I was doing challenges. Like I would tell a long joke if we had a certain number of people in the chat, and I would, and we would have people on all the time. Like back then, like Nash was on. He was really active with the forums, and I didn't like him then. I think he's great now. Don't get him. He's fine. I like him, but then I didn't like him. There was a lot of drama all the time. I'm not saying I didn't not do it, but it was real easy to get into because there wasn't a lot else to do on that website except get into everybody else's shit. Like, they weren't hiring anybody, but they hired a bunch of people from the forums. So here's the nasty little fucking secret over there, right? They had never, ever intended to hire Tony Goldmark or Jackula or me or Dan Olson or anyone. They didn't intend to hire any of these motherfuckers, okay? And they only did after the real talent left. And I'm not saying like, I am saying this. Alison Pregler is way better. Like, they did not deserve her. Like, she's more talented. And in fact, if she was in a different environment, I think she'd be doing more. Like, I think she would... Like, it's not that she's doing badly at all. Like, I love that her channel's doing well and everything. And I love that she spearheaded this movement and that she fucking stands up to people on Twitter. I'm so fucking impressed with her all the time. And I date someone who is ace. So I relate to that aspect. And it's, what's interesting too is, at any rate, but they never liked me, so I don't want to like. So here's the thing: when you got on those forums, right? The atmosphere felt like, the forums felt like, the reason no one was being hired off the forums anymore is that everything that came out of the forums was garbage. Like, I'm not saying that's what was true, because it obviously wasn't true, because. The fact is, Dan Olson was posting in the forums. I was posting in the forums. I'm trying to think of actual people. Those Needs More Gay, Rantasmo of Need More Gay posted there. Sursum Ursa. I'm like actually straining my brain. Okay, here's the big ones, right? Zarya of Diamanda Hagen, obvious, started there. Kyle. A Wayan citizen who always ends his videos the same way now. And who else came out of there? Nash came out of there too, but Nash was like kind of doing his own thing. And then Nash's Radio Dead Air was always what I was most jealous of. Like, I know I keep coming back to Nash, but I was so jealous of Radio Dead Air. I still am. I'm so fucking jealous. I really, really, really want a DJ. I don't know why. I just want to force people to listen to music I like, I guess. And he did it too. It was so obnoxious. And the thing about Nash is I hate his taste in music. So that's when you're jealous of somebody and you hate what they're putting out, you're just like, okay, fine. Once in a while I get a request on, and I think that I would always get like weird. I put on weird shit for requests, but like I didn't care enough to really focus that. I barely tune. I mean, they still do it. I barely tune in. It's not personal. It's just like I just I'd do it though. I'd be on it. He won't. No, the thing is okay. So the forums were just like that, right? So they were really cutthroat, and there was 2 ways to go at the forums, right? There's like make everyone your friend, or like make talented people your friends. And I chose the latter. Making talented people your friends often involves you shitting on people to illustrate that you know what was going wrong. Okay? Holly encouraged me to do this. I don't know if she'll ever go on record with me and discuss how the forums were, but she loved that I was trolling people on the forums because I would just I would lace into people because I took everything as a slight. Like, and I'm not saying that that's right and that I'm a good person. I'm saying it's funny. I mean, everything's funny. I mean, it's dead now. It turned into a porno neo-Nazi snuff film over there at the end, but I keep, like, Heather's about to be home, so I keep expecting Heather to be home. But yeah, so fast forward, right? So I'm making getting back to the point, I guess. We're making videos all the time, but I really wanted to do this live streaming. Like, the live streaming thing really was speaking to me, so I was doing it a lot. I was doing it so much that it was getting in the way of making videos. And then it was just like, all right, let me make a video as quick as I can. So then I have an excuse to live stream. And then I can like, oh, hey, if you hang out, maybe I'll premiere the video. And I used to premiere other people's videos and stuff. That was fun. Like, I'd still want to do that. Okay. So, the forums were really toxic. And I've talked to people about this after the fact. And I'm not the only person that agrees that that's what was going on. Like, other people were doing what I was doing, and I'm not saying that's a justification, but boy, it makes it a lot easier when other people are doing it. So in that process, I really pissed off Tony Goldmark. I don't know if it was my very ill-advised, shitty comment about one of our mutual friends, Morgan, and our other friend, Charlie. I'm like, I don't mind spilling this. They don't talk to me anymore for obvious reasons. I was mad. I was bitter all the time. The reason why is things were just not going well for the other part of my life. Like, they just were really going badly. And I'm not saying that this new job is 100% going to solve the problem, but it's jump-starting my creativity. I think about what this could be a lot. And back then, back when I was in California, I didn't have to worry about money or anything because I had this great job. The entire time I was making the bunny perspective and dealing and like talking to Lindsay, for the most part, I was not in a stable house, as it were. I'm not really throwing my stepdad under the bus with this story, but this is a stepdad story, so here's your trigger warning. Lindsay and I started talking after I had left my parents' house because on Christmas I punched my stepdad in the face so hard his eye went like beet red, and I think I don't think I gave him like a black eye, but I must have just right in the right spot on Christmas, and then I moved out, and then Lindsay started talking to me kind of more on the regular, but right before Kim and I had that fight, we were talking a lot. Like a lot. Like, she was coming on the live stream like weekly. Linkara was on all the time, like a lot. Like, it became like a thing. Like, I would be drawing and people would be coming in to talk. You know, like, so yeah, like, I miss that. Like, this is the roundabout thing. I couldn't watch H. Bomber Guy's thing because it really did, partly because parts of it are kind of unwatchable. Part of it because, and I kept tuning in when he was asleep, but part of it was like, I would hear people who I knew's voice, and I just had to like, this might have to be a two-parter. Here's some video game clips. Please like and subscribe. That helps, I think. Next part, we're just gonna get into it more. I know this was a bit rambly, and the next part's gonna be rambly, but in the future, these are gonna be smooth as butter. Plus, next episode, there might be an appearance by Heather, because she should be getting off work now. Hummity hee. If you're gonna do a part 2, you gotta set it up properly. But you're poor as fuck, you're poor as fuck, you're poor as fuck, you're poor as fuck. But your job doesn't make you wanna die, so it's okay to be gay. Alright, hey everybody, it's me, Michael Bennett, and this is Smoke and Madness. Whatever I titled this, part 2. Memes. Meme. 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 Wouldn't it be annoying if I started talking to my editor and then cut to a conversation with my editor? Why are you doing this? This is dumb. Why would you even do this? This is dumb. Why would you even... I'm not going to do any of those bits. Hey, welcome back. Hey, it's me, your old pal, Gilligan. And we're on an island together. And it doesn't matter how many goddamn coconuts we string together. We're never getting off this motherfucker. So we should just fuck each other, make this island dope as fuck, grow dope, smoke dope. Are we done with this joke? This is done. This bit's done, right? We're done. Hi, this is part 2 of me talking about a bunch of shit that I probably already talked about, but I'm just trying to recap this so that life makes sense to everybody, including myself. Whoa. We don't need a last time when, because I think these are going to come out very quickly after each other. So why would you watch a part 2 first? What was I doing? Okay, so the thing about the bunny perspective is I can't do it now the way I want to do it, so I don't want to do it the way, like, you know, if I can't do it the way that I want to do it, I don't want to do it. And if I make some of these videos, these vlog video game clip hybrids, it gives me an excuse, just like the bunny perspective did, except this is way less work. You know, the thing that killed me about Spoonie, that just killed me, it just drove me through the roof, because I was beating my face against the wall, and I was like using a puppet, and I was like, my brother did all these great camera angles, and he did a lot of great lighting, and all of our shit looked really good, and all I needed to do was just focus a little bit more. I just needed to make him just look a little bit better. Could have done that. I was lazy, but I could have done that. Just made them work a little bit better. Just done a little bit more research. I could have done that. I admit it. But Spoonie just like makes a rape joke, and he just throws it all away. And all he has to do is turn a camera on. He never had any angles. He didn't put any fucking lights in the fucking thing. He didn't like. What did he do? He put stupid goggles on. I'm wearing cool pants. You can't even see that I'm wearing cool pants. I'm wearing them to psych myself up so I feel cool. You don't get to see that I'm wearing cool pants, because look at this. You can't. What am I going to do? This thing's on a fucking microphone stand. This is the most haggard ass bullshit in the whole world. I hate everything. Video game clip. So here's this skinny. If I'm not gonna work hard for, I want this to be whatever this is, and the bunny perspective will be what I want it to be when it can be what I want it to be. So in the future, we'll have conversations with people and stuff here, like the old days, and that's what I really missed. Like I really missed that stuff. So the drama. I don't know what happened. I still don't. The last word I had on how Lindsay feels about me is she, capital H, hates me. And I didn't Louis C.K. her. I didn't Bill Cosby her. I didn't I didn't Jew-Wario anyone. I didn't Jew-Wario anyone. I the first girl that was into me, I stuck with. It's the most monogamous thing a polyamorous person could ever have done. Like, me and Heather have been sticking together. We're going on 8 years, 9 years. I mean, like, you know, I don't know what to say to people. Like, I don't know what I did, but that's the word I got. And then things are just weird, right? So last episode I talked about Tony Goldmark, and he got real butthurt about me being a mean bad boy in the forums. Remember those forums that mattered ultimately? Fuck you, pipe. I can't have all that buildup and no orgasm. Judge me all you want. Like, fuck. I mean, like, at tantric sex, at the end of it, someone blows a load. Someone jazzes, okay? I mean, it might take 3 days if you're with Sting. Reference! Sting likes tantric sex. That's what the only thing people know about tantric sex. Jesus Christ. Like, jerk off 2 hours one time. Just do it one time. Then tell me it's not fucking amazing when you come. Jesus, I hate everything so much. Why does everyone have to be so weird about every fucking little thing? Fuck. Just... See, the part that'll actually go in the video, like, this might go in the end clip, but, like, the part that actually goes in the video, that's this part. This is CBD, by the way. It's perfectly legal. See, and all I want is to have a smooth, earned climax. I like when my voice gets smoky. My dogs join me. Hi, Milton. Milton, you're so cute. Picture of my dog, picture of my dog, picture of my dog. That's my dog, that's my dog, that's my dog. It's not your dog, it's my dog. It's my dog. I possess that dog. I possess that dog. If you're watching this live, you're not seeing a picture of my dog, but one day I will have a picture of my dog. Oh, you're so cute. So I've had 5 years, 5.5 years to ruminate on all this, and I haven't. I haven't thought about this at all. When Lindsay fired me, Nella fired me, but Lindsay was in the call too. When Lindsay fired me, I don't know. Something shut off. It was really hard to live stream because Jason was always at the studio at that point. And it's not his fault. I know if I like made a thing about it, but it's just awkward, and it's not anyone's fault, and I don't harbor any ill will. We've had like huge arguments about all the stuff that went down. The fact is, the bunny perspective and anything involving that and what I was doing didn't feel very important to anyone else, and so I didn't have a lot of reason to try after Lindsay fired me. Then Justin killed himself. So you gotta rewind. We have to use our time machine. And you gotta remember that back then that was like the one guy that was nice to me. Like the one guy, and he talked to me like right before he did it. And all I can think now is like, wow, that is some fucking like that is some deep manipulation. Like, I don't, or I don't know. I'm not trying to make this like heavy like the other one was, but it's really hard to talk about this because I don't think it, I don't want to be like the, it's not fair guy, but it's not fair. They just like, they didn't give me a chance to like, I remember what Nella said to me, and it really, really hurt me. And after Nella said this to me, I lost contact with everybody but Dan and Jamie. And we played Magic the Gathering with on like a program called Cockatrice. But like Lindsay, what Nella said to me was, I'm fun to be around, but my depression or whatever was really affecting my work, which is true. But I was having Twitter outbursts. I had a Twitter outburst the other day. Ooh, it was a real natural feeling too. I don't really regret it. But let's talk about it. So I had a Twitter outburst the other day, and that's what I'm gearing up for. That's why I keep bringing up Tony Goldmark. See, I was streaming the other day, like I am now. I was streaming this. You could have watched this live if you were fucking... And I was streaming like this, and I was just boring myself. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't mad. I wasn't angry. I wasn't feeling shitty or anything. I was just like, I'd like to talk to somebody. But the perception was not that. So I sent out a smattering of who might want to talk to me. And it was like Razorvine, but he's kind of, I kind of forgot. I don't know. I shouldn't have asked him. It's not Razorvine, was his name, right? Cut this part. I sent out a smattering of people that might want to talk to me on stream. Vega and Soft Lavender and Lindsay Ellis and Tony Goldmark. What other natural pairing would I have put on there? And I don't know what the fuck. My relationship with Tony Goldmark is like, went off a cliff a long time ago, and I've never known what to say to the guy to fucking... So this isn't me like apologizing or nothing. This is me being like, you're right. Sorry I tried. Because I blocked him. So it's not like he's going to see a tweet or nothing. But yeah, man, like, you're not a jerk. You're not a scumbag. You're not like... I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. But I can't live up to your standards of human being, apparently. Like, I love that your one reaction to me is to be like, I told you so? What did I ever fucking do to you? Like, did I pick on some dickhead on the forums that picked on me first? Like, what the fuck do you want, man? Like, there's all this context that no one ever needs. So Tony Goldmark goes off, and the first thing he says is, did you and Lindsay patch things up? Now, the reason I added fucking Lindsay is because it's crazy that Lindsay's not blocked me. But she had me blocked forever. Because she, capital H, hates me. So, if she capital H hates me, she's blocked me on Twitter, and I think that was true. I don't think I had blocked her. Or we blocked each other. Maybe she blocked me and I was like, fuck that, I'll block her. Too. I don't remember. I don't remember because I haven't decided to put my brain to this until now. I've been playing League of Legends. League of Legends has gotten so terrible, it no longer suffices as a challenge, and I need to reclaim the backlighting. I did this back fucking lighting back in the bunny perspective, you fucking plebes. And Lindsay still doesn't do it. Lindsay, just put a fucking colored light in the back. Just put one back there. Why can't you do it? You're friends with ContraPoints now. Ask her to give you one of her dumb lights. I'll send you one of mine. You can't have this purple one. You have this red one. It sucks. This is so scatterbrained. So anyway, Tony Goldmark goes, "Do you patch things up with Lindsay?" And I'm like, "No, man, I don't fuck. She hates me." Which is true as far as I know. And the reason I said all this stuff is because, like, she can see that now, right? We're not blocking each other. So, I don't know. She probably didn't notice. She's Lindsay and all this. Whatever the fuck. Then Tony goes, blah, 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 self-righteous, blah, blah, I go to theme parks, blah, blah, self-righteous. What the fuck did he say? I gotta remember his exact wording. His exact wording. I love the smell of my own farts. No, fuck, that was not what he tweeted. That would have been funny. No, it was mean. I'm mad. He bummed me out. Because again, I was just bored. It said, I'm boring myself. The tweet was like, I deleted it, but the tweet was like, I'm boring myself. Please come talk to me. Does anyone want to talk? That's all I wanted. I should have clarified. I really should have. Anyway, I always like doing these things spur of the moment. I hate planning these things, you know, like the fun of the fun of the back of the day. You could just like do these things. People just show up and talk, and it was fun. It was really fun. I miss it. I miss it so much. Okay, so Tony says, Heather's home. I told you I have dogs. Hi, how'd it go?
Pretty good.
I'm streaming.
Sweet.
I warned them that you might show up as the background guest. I'm talking about trying to make a concise.
Alan bought me that, and he didn't realize that I hate those.
Yeah, I love them.
There's a peach one for you. At work.
I'm talking about. I realized. Did I tell you this? I probably have. That part of what I probably told you this a long time ago. Halfway through doing the first bit of the bunny perspective when I was in California, I realized I was really just making the bunny perspective to have an excuse to live stream.
I believe that.
Okay. Well, I want to get back to the old days.
Okay.
That's what this is kind of talking about.
Cool.
And I did a cool bit. I was like, all right, kids, let's get in the time machine. And I hit the bong. It was pretty funny. Isn't it great that we have all this smokable CBD, what's the Lego one? CBD, isn't it great?
Yeah, the CBD oil is amazing.
It is. You can smoke it in your...
Put it in your totally legal...
water pipe.
Yeah. It's not a bong.
I think you can say bong.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
You just can't say it in stores.
I think can you say it in stores here? No, you can't. It's the
No,
same as Florida. That was the same law in Florida.
Yeah. I'm sure the law has changed in Florida, but...
I don't know. Because they're just medical there, and their people are dicks, so they come up with reasons to enforce rules in a dick way. But right now I'm talking about Tony Goldmark.
Sweet.
How were those with the insoles? Did it work? They long.
I mean, they worked okay on my feet.
You wouldn't want like a.
I wouldn't want to wear these socks again, cause
okay.
Like this is my left foot. It like started to press on my side toes.
This is for the foot fetishists in the crowd.
You want to see my feet, guys?
So weird. Here you go. You earned it. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your... It's CBD. Promise. Cup. That's the... your CBD. Just gotta figure out how to say that. Oh, my shoulder. The CBD that you acquired is what that is.
Sweet. Do you want to go outside? Or do you want to stay? You want to stay there and snuggle in Dadder's coat, isn't that right? That's you.
Don't get a dachshund.
Don't. You want to go outside? You want to go outside?
All right.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
I'll get through this salty conversation by the time you get back.
Sweet.
It'd be nice if you laugh at some of my jokes in the background. I'll feel less alone.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
I'm fucking funny, you cunt.
Are you though?
Nope. I said cunt. I'm clearly not. If women aren't funny if they say cunt, then men aren't funny if they say cunt.
Women are funnier because they say cunt, because we got one.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. You know, like they always say that thing where it's like, oh, women they just say cunt, and that's like a bit.
Right.
I'm just being hilariously sexist.
Yeah, you are. It's turning me on.
That's turning me on.
Oh no, predicament.
Predicament. Like a dick. Okay. So Tony Goldmark says to the guy. So Tony Goldmark. So Molemark Tony guy. Yeah, take two. So Tony Goldmark says, I believe I said you shouldn't burn bridges. And something like, is this a weak? It was like a weak excuse to try to get Lindsay's attention. And I just blocked him. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to explain that. It was that thing I explained. I was bored. I don't know why Lindsay unblocked me. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if she got on a live stream and talked to me about our feelings? But she won't do that. Lindsay's too cool for school. Yeah, I don't know what I did. And I guess because I don't know what I did, then I deserve to be eternally punished, right? I mean, I know that I bummed everybody out. And I know that I criticized Channel Awesome on Twitter. And I know that I kept criticizing Channel Awesome on Twitter. And I know for a fact that if I had known that Doug Walker and Rob Walker and Holly and a few other people were basically knew about a rapist and just fired him and didn't tell anyone so that he could potentially rape more people. And did? I can't remember what the timeline is on that. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna do a whole episode on rape, but quotes of 2019. I'm gonna do an episode about rape. Like, I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, the winds have never been crazier, and you guys don't know how to handle crazy. But my whole life is fucking crazy, baby. So I think you guys need me. I will figure out why as this thing goes on. You know. Maybe you need someone to explain why Fortnite is fun. I don't know, but I can still play it. No, it is fun. It is actually fun. It's not so fun now with the zombies, but it's fine. It's fine. What are we talking about? We talking about Fortnite? Ah! Hello. So at any rate, I just saying that Tony Goldmark called me out, and that's it. That's the end of the story, right? Or sorry, I blocked him.
So far, yeah.
And then I blocked Lindsay just in case, but she didn't notice, and I unblocked her, and then I followed her. She didn't notice that either, or she did. You know, every time I think that people aren't watching these things or noticing these things, I always find out that they are.
Right.
But they aren't. They aren't watching this shit. They don't give a fuck.
Probably not.
They only gave a fuck around the whole rape allegations thing because they were like, how much does he know, man? How much did they piece together?
Right.
And I was trying to think if Lindsay hinted that she knew before now, but I don't think she did. I think she just didn't like Justin. But moreover, I think she had heard things.
Probably.
Because she had bad things to say about Justin, I remember. But you know what? That's fine. She's not dumb.
She and Limbo were probably talking, you know, and she saw that.
Who?
Whoever it was who saw the phone.
That was Liz.
Oh yeah, Liz.
But Liz doesn't talk to.
That's so weird.
Liz and Lindsay never. Iron Liz just quit the internet, by the way. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah, I think I noticed that.
I think I noticed that. She quit on Lavender's stream, and then, like, I didn't know what to say, and Lavender didn't know what to say, and then the stream kind of petered out, and that was it.
Right.
And we haven't streamed since. Conspiracy? But
Probably
literally, I haven't heard from Iron Liz since, really. I could probably talk to her. It's just, I don't know what to say. She's too fatalistic for my taste. Because the thing is all this stuff came out, and then she wasn't best friends with Allison, is what I understand.
Huh.
I feel like she got kind of bitter about that, like that Allison didn't really notice her or talk to her. I feel like that's the vibe I was getting. But that said, Liz, I'm your friend. You can always talk to me. Don't let me speculate on you ever. That's ridiculous, because I would always talk to Liz.
Liz is great.
I know. So where are we? Oh, so fast forward in the time machine. We don't need that for this. Where we're going, we've already done it. Because we went back in time. It's kind of a good time travel. I've been watching Future Man. It's pretty funny.
Are you Huey Lewis in the news?
Yeah. I love that joke. I love the joke. Well, was it Tory Jackson? Or no, it was which Jackson does he name? Tito. Hey, Tito Jackson, you know that dance that you're looking for your little brother Michael? Well, listen to this. Me describing it. Describing that joke made me so happy. I love that joke so fucking much.
That's the moment where we both were looking at the TV.
Like, all right. Because I actually legitimately didn't see it coming. Because he was doing it, and he was calling out that he was doing it, but I didn't think that they would actually go so far as to have the Michael Jackson bit right there as the same bit.
And the Back to the Future reference.
And they had the hilarious excuse of how he's sneaking in because it's like an all-black fraternity, sorority, shindig. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's fucking... Why wouldn't he have assumed that? Didn't he say in fraternity or the thing? I don't remember. Anyway, we're not talking about Future Man. That's a different episode. Heather?
Yes.
Heather, we can't... You're off mic. We can't talk about Future Man like this. I'm talking about drama from the Piz Ast.
Oh, shit.
So I did something to Tony Goldmark. I think I made him mad about the forum days. The forums were wild, man. Don't believe those times. And then we're in part 2, by the way.
Sweet.
This necessitated 2 parts.
How many DVDs though?
6. Why do you? Because we work at a video store now, so you have to. Isn't it rad that we work at a local game store and a video store?
Right.
And a vinyl store?
Right.
And a CD shop?
And a poster place?
And a miniature shop? And a... Did they bring a poster again or no?
Say what?
Did they bring another poster? Oh, why am I asking this when I'm recording?
I mean, we could probably unload some of our posters.
No. I meant another one for the door.
Oh yeah, I put it up.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway... So let me take you back. It's 2013. Is that when Con Bravo was? We're talking about Con Bravo again. But I'm trying to surmise it. Because I realized, I really shut down emotionally and intellectually for like years.
Right.
I haven't really thought about this. I know I talk about this from time to time. But it really didn't, the Tetris blocks didn't line up and eliminate until like last week. That's why I've been so in my own noodle. And it's because I realized what I was missing from all of this. The good thing is, it absolutely does not necessitate Lindsay or Dan Olsen or anyone forgiving me. But also, this is an opportunity for me to say that I am trying and I want to try. And it would be nice if instead of just firing me, you guys could have given me like an ultimatum or like. So then that's where the worm of self-loathing comes in from the bottom part. Because like I'm pretty narcissistic. I mean, I'm pretty up my own ass, admittedly. The fact that I'm talking to maybe no one because I think the one viewer is me. The fact that, you know what I mean, like there's no one I'm talking to besides you, which is not, but you know what I mean, like I'm not streaming with anyone. We're not. That's what's been bugging me this whole time. It's not been that I'm not getting views because that didn't affect that. I'm not doing those fun live streams. And what makes me want to puke my life out is they have so many tools for you to have Skype parties. Because, like, you can play Jackbox and you can play fucking... There's so many things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many interactive ways now than when I was doing it. Because all we did was have these bullshit conversations that were great, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, those were the best streams, right?
Yeah. Like, I remember there was that one time...
It was pretty chaotic.
I remember there was that one time you did a stream with Jackula and Dan
Olsen.
Somebody else.
No, it was me and... There was just us three.
No. Oh, it was just you three.
We were talking about psychotropics,
yeah.
right? Yeah. And we just talked about psychedelic experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad one of those three turned out to be a huge douche.
Happens.
It's Jackula.
No, I don't.
He put his rape video where he put his gross fingers up in the... Milton!
Hey! Our dog just did the cutest thing.
Oh my God, Milton, you little... Here's a picture of Milton. That's my dog. Okay, at any rate. So fast forward to me being fired, and like I said, here's where I'm at, and I'm trying to do this in a concise way so I can actually edit this. The problem, the thing that Milton,
Outtakes with the dog.
Milton, you go lay down. The reason they fired me was my depression was doing my output or what, yada yada yada. And that's the reason they fired me, right? So my argument is, you know, the whole thing about these guys is they're SJWs. And I'm not trying to be like, well, I guess the cis male kind of straight guy, fuck that guy. We'll just, you know, who cares if that guy gets, you know. I'm trying to... I feel like I'm going, oh, poor pity me, but like I feel like I could have gotten my shit together. Because I don't know if I stress this, but like there are a lot of really good things that came out of making the Bunny Perspective and streaming all the time. And I'm saying this not because you need to hear it, but because these scumbag internet fuckheads will be like, well, what about your girlfriend? But obviously, you're the best thing that happened out of all that.
Aww.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Jesus. I'm going to start hitting you. So... Mac won't let it happen. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. He hates domestic violence.
He does.
He's triggered, isn't he? Milton, here's a picture of my dog that you don't get to see, but I'm petting him. Oh, because he's so fuzzy. The best thing that happened was like not only did was like it was an honor and amazing that Lindsay was like going out of her way to work with me, but like I thought we were friends, and I suspect that the reason Nella fired me and not her is that it was difficult for her to fire a friend, and I feel like it was the wrong call to fire me, and they all knew it, but they're cowards. Because everyone's a coward. Everyone who doesn't work with me is a coward. There's a nugget of genius. You just need to figure out... You need to give me the rules. They never gave me the rules. Not really. It was always just suggestions or just whatevers. But they never said something like, hey man, We need to have a meeting. Here's the meeting. We went to that convention, and nobody asked you no questions. And you didn't show up, and you didn't do any signings. And you just went and fucked around and had fun. Because I knew no one was going to sign into my shit. Because that's why I didn't bring any shit. Because what am I going to do there? Sit there and be depressed? Because no one wants to sign my... no one gives a hot, hairy fuck who I am? What am I going to give away signatures and shit? Fuck that. If I'm going to goddamn shitty part of Canada, I'm going to go have fun. And it didn't stop Lindsay from having fun. I'll tell you what. Knowingly. That's what I suspect. The real reason I feel like I got fired is I just know too much. I just know too much. But then she got a public drunken thing. So what can I possibly say that's worse than that? I can't. She wasn't in public. She was in a hotel. It's like that's where you get drunk. Like it's
Right.
like you know.
Are we gonna talk about that?
You were not affected by it. I feel real cooled off about it. Because I talked to you about it recently because that was going to make I'll talk about it right now because it's a non-issue. But I thought about making a video about, but I wasn't going to do it without your consent.
Right.
But you didn't seem like super you didn't perceive that Lindsay was particularly mean to you, but I perceived it.
I mean, she was mean to me, but I'm just over it.
Okay.
Hey,
It didn't affect you because but I thought she was my friend. I guess that's why. Yeah. Am I just saying that I noticed it more and it bothered me more because I had that emotional connection to her?
Right.
Plus, we weren't really, frankly, talking about the poly stuff then either.
Yeah.
So it was and she was dating Todd at the time too, and it was just and other weird drama because there's other weird drama that I know. So now I suspect that I don't get to play nice with everybody because I know all this weird drama. Because I do. I know all this weird drama involving Lindsay. I just know it because it happened and other people told me about it. You know what I mean? Like, people used to like me. What happened? This has been fun. I think I could actually get something out of this.
Well, go. Have your fun.
So, at any rate, so I'm not accusing anyone or nothing. I don't know. My tinfoil hat wearing part brain is just like, well, and then everyone just stopped talking to me. And it was just like, for a long time, I was just like, well, I'm the most vocal, and I was super depressed, and I was just like, yelling about it. I hate to quote Family Guy, but back when they used to kind of do some good cutaway jokes, and they had that if a tree falls in the woods, you doesn't even hear it, and he won't shut up about it, and there's like a tree, and he's just like, I fell over and I'm dying. Oh, you don't even. Oh, that tree.
Yeah.
Great analogy. Graphic. Great analogy. Did you conjure a Family Guy analogy? Great analogy. I get so annoyed that every other goddamn YouTuber does that, and the example that goes into my brain first. Can I get a take two?
Take two.
I'm like Louis Tully in Ghostbusters when all them peoples is eating, and I'm pounding on the glass, and I'm like, hurry up, there's a dog out there! There's a dog out there! The dog wants to eat me! Ah!
Good acting, buddy. Good acting.
I'm Gozerian. No, you're the Keymaster, or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't remember. I don't give a shit about Ghostbusters, you fucking nerds. Put as many pussies in it as you want. It still sucks. Bill Murray was right not to want to be in the second one. Fuck you. Dan Aykroyd's a weirdo.
Mac really likes Ghostbusters.
Quit honoring Ghostbusters in any form. Ghostbusters the girl version, it sucks. Ghostbusters the boy version, it's fine, but you know what? The more I look at it, the more I'm like, I don't like that Reaganomics shit, so maybe it's not worth it. It's my chair, not the dog.
Oh, okay, I was worried it was the dog.
I know, he whimpers when he poops, so we might get horrible dog screams in the video.
Or vomits.
Did you eat trash, you idiot?
Did you eat trash? We're gonna go back to that bedroom and see like a mountain of trash.
He couldn't have gotten any. I took the trash out this morning.
Right.
Good conversations in the middle of recording.
I mean, he's the one making the weird noises.
Milton, are you okay? Are you okay? You look okay. If you're gonna puke it up, puke it up.
This is all not getting edited out, by the way.
Yes it is. Get it? Can you get it?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Look if I know where it went.
Oh, fuck. Oh well.
You just keep finding the best apartments.
I'm gonna have a really good essay about living with cockroaches one day. I swear to fuck. It makes you jittery.
You're gonna write the.
I'm gonna have these
remake
like.
of Joe's apartment.
No, I hate them. I hate them so much. No, fucking. I'm gonna write these. I know it because the other thing that's starting to become this issue is this busted tooth. But I realize it's just a cavity.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like a bad cavity, and then I got over it. But I thought like my tooth was just gonna be this thing forever, but it's just like it just feels weird. Ovla di, ovla da.
But you're gonna do a thing about the roaches?
Maybe eventually, when I'm less embarrassed to talk about it. Right now, I'd like to get rid of them and then talk about it.
Talk about them like a distant memory.
Yeah. Maybe when we try to move, if we do renew, we try to get a different apartment, and then what we do is we thoroughly do the roach treatment on everything. But now that I know that the computer shuts down fine,
Yeah.
I'm more okay with doing a more thorough treatment to it. So I might just crack it open and see what happens. All right, what was I doing? All right, streaming. So, at any rate, blah de blah de blah. Fast forward. I would like to point out reasons why future Michael is a better person, and I am willing and able to try and work harder. One problem that is not true of this Michael as opposed to last Michael that these people knew is I have a job that I like with a boss I like. I don't have to worry about selling photos to assholes. I don't have to worry about where we're getting the money to pay for the light bill. I don't have to worry about the fact that who screwed over who or whatever fight was happening. But there was a lot of shit. Like, there's a lot of, like, instability on what was going on my end. And I was 29, 30 when we were all doing all this. Yeah. Holy fuck, I'm old. And I was not... I wasn't stable enough to really make the show the way it needed to be. But they didn't really ask me what was going on. You know, they never really talked to me about...
Hey, why is your content dropped?
Yeah, why is this situation? And really what I needed to have done back then is gotten a part-time job. And I didn't realize how important that was until I just broke down and did it. And then I worked at a thrift shop and it was great. So I don't have... I mean, like, it's... The thing is, and then after that, I didn't really see the point, and I don't know, and I don't know, like, then I was really trying to make the League of Legends thing work for a year and a half, and I was trying to play other things. During the fucking Trump election, I was playing Battle Right and talking about the election, and halfway through it, I was like, he's gonna get fucking elected, and I know I called it. I'm not wrong about how things go. I don't mean to be pessimistic.
Yeah, I was denying it until the very end. Like,
I couldn't believe it, and then it was really... When it became evident, I wasn't surprised anymore. But it took a while before it didn't become evident right away. It took a while. It was a slow burn before it was just like, oh, Trump keeps winning these primaries. But not really popular votes, obviously, but the primaries and shit. So
yeah.
Here's the thing, is... I'm not dumb. I'm witty enough to punch up some of these guys' scripts. And let me tell you, their scripts are getting real fucking boring. Lindsay's particularly. Why has everyone got to ape everybody all the time? Can you guys not think of your own goddamn format for things? I've been putting in clips of video games like a goddamn professional. I don't think it makes me a professional, but like Lindsay's aping ContraPoints so hard. I can't. Lindsay, come on. You know you're aping. You aper. That's not a verb. But you know what I'm saying, right? You didn't watch Death of the Nard or Death of the Author?
No, we watched it together.
Did we watch it together?
Yeah.
That's right, at Leo's. That's right. So, but you know what I'm saying about that episode, right? Like, she did the whole cutaway to a thing. ContraPoints always does that thing where she cuts away to a thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing that thing where it's just like, the first thing. Like this. They'll be like, point the first. And then there'll be a
like
a title card, and the music will change, and they'll cut back to them, and you know what? No one's pointing out to them how fucking banal that is becoming. You guys need to be more creative. The only one making this shit work still is Dan Olson, because he really did invent it for everybody else, because it all stems from Dan Olson. And you know what? You know what's really super-duper fucked? Do you know why? I mean, I'm not saying that by osmosis and by Dan Olson's just the way he is, Lindsay never would have met him, but I'm pretty sure, was it not me that showed her Dan Olson's videos? Was that not me?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Isn't that odd? Isn't that weird? Because I have some other people that I don't know if Lindsay is aware of that are very important to her cause that she should reach out to. Hugo and Jake.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But whatever. Right? I'm not trying to prove my worth. Isn't that pathetic? Boy, that isn't masculine. I'm just saying, like, I'm not the same person. And every time you guys went right on any issue, I followed with you. You don't know that I followed with you, but I agree with all of you guys' politics. I don't know why you guys think that I wouldn't, because it turns out most of what you guys support tends to improve the lives of others. And I work around a lot of cynical people, which I will talk about in future videos. Cough, working at a franchise Jimmy John's cough. But the cynicism of that is really wearing me out. Cynicism in general is really wearing me out. And Skellyfish is the answer, baby.
She is.
Like, I really want to get back into positivity. I really want May to be happy so that she can make happy videos. Because we need some happier videos from everybody. Especially everyone that is on the real... You know what I mean? That's got to be hard. Like, I'm asking people to be like, hey, ignore that I'm not doing the puppet thing until I can do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah, like, let us get some equipment up.
I got an idea for it, though.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'll just tell you. It's a talk show. I just want to do a talk show.
Yeah, do it.
I'll even get the old puppet so everyone will be fucking happy. But I wanted it just to be... It would be like I interview whoever. Rap critic or...
So March Mole?
No, just Phil. Oh, but I could do that. I could branch into those. But I always wanted the Bunny Perspective to be a fucking talk show. It sounds like a talk show.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Like
just
the
we'd
perspective of
figure
the
out the
bunny.
topics and everything, and it'd be like a talk show. It's what I always wanted it to be. It's what I wanted the show to be from the beginning. I hated that I was doing reviews. I hated it. I knew it was a flawed mechanic from the beginning. If you want to talk about a movie, then make that the subject of what you're talking about, and then talk about something else. That's why I had the wheel of random things. Then I immediately regretted that because I didn't want to do an episode on beer at all. I don't know why I wanted to. You guys are like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I used to do a lot of trying on the Bunny Perspective, and guess what? You know what all that trying got me? Whole lot of hooey. That's what I tell you. Whole lot of hooey. But it's not that this isn't effort. I mean, I'm legitimately saying I understand that I fucked up in the past, but I don't think that all I want is, you know, I don't want to be friends again, I guess. I don't know. Does that suck? I'm not looking for a job or money or handout. I'll take all of that, but I'm not looking for that. It's not the point. You know, I get it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, and I know that there's a bunch of people who I think if I tried to reach out to more might talk to me, that might have interesting conversations. Like the guy that does Renegade Cut, me and him could have some interesting arguments because we disagree on a lot of things. But they're really superficial, interesting things to disagree about. And I miss having those conversations. I feel like if I had been a better person, I would have had a relationship like that with Nash. But I got really shitty about that like for too long. And I think it had a lot to do with just previous people I had been friends with in the past, I think. But, you know, I don't have, I mean, like, I don't have a therapist. I have you know all this. Like, I'm telling you things you've heard me say a million times, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's really formulated in my head, and it didn't so viscerally hit me as to what I'm missing until I saw all of them get together for this, admittedly, very reasonable charity. Like, really cool thing that they did for a local charity that is legitimately, like, where the right was, like, dunking on the left, like, ho-ho, swish, and the left just goes, like, puts the ball back up through the net, and then just, like, it's like, and I'm not over-exaggerating, they made, like, nearly $500,000, and they probably could have gotten to $500,000 if they had figured out different parameters for it. So that's incredible, and all for, you know, like a small charity that the internet noticed and tried to help. And I think that, you know, and I'm not. Well, all I'm saying is I just want to contribute. You know, put me in, coach.
And, you know, if there were more streamers who, I mean, I know there's streamers who stream, but, like, if there were more people who use their streamy gimmick to raise money for...
Yeah, well, a lot of them do, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like Tom does and everything. And I think I get Tom to have, Tom would have a conversation. We've done that on, we've done D&D together, so he'll definitely do it. I just need to, like, buckle down and make people do my appointments. And try not... I always want to schedule it and just do it right away. So I just want to do it right away. I just got to pull back on that mentality. It's got to be like... I got to be as chill as I pretend to be all the time and just let things happen as they happen. But I get really, like, amped about things. And then I need to get some really good games with me and Ricky, because I got to put this together with something. And then some other games. Probably not League.
Yeah, League's a toxic fucking mess.
I can't do it. I really tried this season. I can't do it. They even have like an anime thing. Oh, we'll talk about League later. There's a lot of topics that this show is going to cover, and that's why the title of this is Smokin' Madness Introduction. Nebulous title doesn't make any sense. Blah blah blah. Because this is really kind of all over the place. But I want you to understand the point of this show is so that I make something. And then maybe it turns into some other different thing. It's very moldable. A show called Smokin' Madness can be anything. Like it's nebulous, and I don't want you guys to worry about Phil. Phil's fine. He's currently in another dimension dealing drugs, so it's okay. And when we figure out what we're gonna do, we'll do it. But I do want to do. I've always wanted to do a talk show with Phil. I think a puppet talk show host is. They kind of did it. They've done it a little bit with that T.J. Miller giant Japanese monster thing that was on Comedy Central recently. A little bit. Remember, we watched like 2 episodes of it and then gave up on it. Remember? Yeah. Anyway, so my point is, there was always gonna be this thing for it. Like I always had this greater concept for it, and you know, and there's no reason to. Put a lot of effort into something that isn't going to be the way I want it to be when I can just make something reasonable within my means, which is what this is, where I can put YouTube safe fucking music behind it, so it isn't super boring. And it's a whole ding ding reveal of the curtain of some of your internet people that I used to know. It sounds like you're just a has-been. If I never was anything, how could I have been a has-been? That's not what this is. And I never was a starfucker. I thought that me and Lindsay were friends, and that legitimately made me feel good. And when we stopped being friends, it was devastating. So, fine. That's literally a thing that I have said out loud for the first time ever. And I'm very upset that I recorded myself saying it, but this obviously has to go in the video because it won't get nearly as many clicks as finding out that Juwari is a rapist. I didn't like Juwari as much as Lindsay anyway. Like, Juwari was always hopefully I'll get some more clicks out of this. That was always... He was a nice guy to me. Who cares? Yeah. I cared that Lindsay liked me, and then she didn't, and that really hurt me. It hurt me so bad that I didn't want to go back to the internet, because that's where she lives. She lives there. I'm not saying she's my ex-girlfriend or some shit, but she's an ex-friend, and she's very successful at this, and not undeserved, because some of her videos are incredible and are part of the reason I'm even trying to make anything, but I have to make it in a way that makes sense to me, and the only way that makes sense to me is in post, baby. Get that shit into editing. Scripts are for nerds. Vocabularies for queers. Literacy is for lepers. Oh, now it's this whole thing. No, it's not. I'm done with it. Somebody came in and his name was like Daniel Davids, and I was like, "Holy shit, are you from the Marvel universe?" And then we had a whole Marvel conversation. And that's how you have a conversation with a stranger, kids. Find out their full name.
Just don't get in their van.
And then make a reference. Not kids, like...
Oh, right.
You know, internet...
Still, don't get in a stranger's van.
Heather, stranger danger is mostly... If someone kidnapped you, they probably know them. Probably. Yeah. There are very few... I mean, it's... Oh, anyway, so that's probably it on this video. Like and subscribe, because apparently that's a thing you have to do. We didn't have to do that on Blip. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I heard the algorithms. I'm whispering for effect. I can't say anything controversial anymore as like a joke, because you can't do that anymore. Like, it used to be kind of funny to do, like... and Hitler did nothing wrong.
But he did.
Hyperbole used to be funny, and then the president happened. Now hyperbole is maybe policy? And you go, you're not using that right. Anyway.
Don't worry, the trial is going to be way better.
Do you think in like 5 years there'll be a very controversial American crime stories and it'll be the whole...
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Or it'll be the subject of one of the American Horror Stories.
That's what I mean. No, the other... We already did that.
No, I know.
It already was the subject of American Horror Story.
It was the worst.
I'm saying American crime stories like...
oh, right.
Like O.J. Simpson and the assassination of Versace.
Mm-hmm.
Versace. It's when you say Versace, sounds like you're saying a word backwards.
Versace.
Like it's Twin Peaks.
Or it's on a record.
I am in Twin Peaks. Sounds like I'm talking backwards. It's not very difficult. You just need to sound real stupid.
So wait, hang on.
What?
Was he talking like that, or was he?
No, he was actually reversed.
Yeah.
It's yet funny because you don't remember because you read the subtitle, so your brain recognized words and these sound like going backwards, but I'm saying words. that you can jump scare. No, I'm kidding. Was that pointless? That was kind of fun. Put that at the end of something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done so we can watch Future Man. But I just want to end on this note. I'll have a stream schedule soon. Maybe. We gotta have regular hours pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Stream schedule soon, kids. Kisses, bye. All right. Hey, thanks for no one showing up to my stream, you scumbags. Go fuck yourselves. I'm just kidding.